Hello everyone and welcome to Motion Hub. In this After Effects tutorial, I will show you how to make kinetic typography. Before we start, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. If you have something complicated like this one, you have to start in Adobe Illustrator. Make sure to put every word or every character in a new layer. Create new layer and then drag your word there. Again, new layer and so on. Now let's go to Adobe After Effects file and I will choose composition and footage dimensions, layer size. Hit OK and now you will get this composition. You can just double click on it. Let's check the composition size, composition settings, and it's 1080p and 10 seconds. Hit OK. You can click on toggle transparency grid so you can see the layers. We can change them to white if you want. Just search for fill here and drag it in the layer and change it to something white, for example, but we will keep it like this. Right click, new, solid. I will start white or maybe gray. Hit OK and I will put it down here below the layer. Be sure to choose comp size and we can correct it by layer, solid setting, make comp size and hit OK. Now I will import the audio file, import file, and then I will choose audio 1, import, and then drag it to here. We can crop the composition like this or just hit N in the keyboard. Now select the audio layer and hit double L, and like that you can see the waveform so you can easily animate the words. Let's hit play to hear the audio file. Make sure to put every word or every character in a new layer. Be sure to activate the continuous rasterizing like this. You can select them all and click like this and it will be rasterized. So what does it mean? Let's solo this layer and the background. Just in case you forgot to activate this option, when you scale it up, you will lose the quality of the text. So if I activate this one, it will be continuous rasterizing. Be sure to rename all the layers so it will be easier for you to animate. Just hit enter in the keyboard and rename the layer. So let's start by the word make, and then I will select all the other words. You can move them like this. Let's check. Make sure to put every word or every character in a new layer, and I will start by scaling up the word make. Select the make word and hit S on the keyboard to reveal the scale. Click on the stopwatch here. Let's go here to something like 6 frame, and I will hit P in the keyboard to reveal the position. Set to keyframe and then go here and I will drag it like this. Select both keyframes and hit F9 to make it easy ease, and we will activate the motion blur. Sure, start from here, hit S on the keyboard, set a keyframe, and I will move it here, and then I will set a keyframe with 0. Hit F9, easy ease. Unselect all the layers and with the rectangle tool I will draw a rectangle, and you need to bring it on top of this layer, so this layer, and I will bring it here. Now select this layer, the 2, and here select alpha matte shape layer. Now hit P in the keyboard to reveal the position, and I will set a keyframe here, go like this, 2 frames, and then I will move it up. So basically this rectangle will hide the word and show it only in this place. Okay, now let's try it. To put, maybe we can make it slower and hit F9 of course. Sure to put every we have some space here, and I will move it down like this. Again, activate the motion blur and select them, F9, and make sure to put every word. Let's speed it up a little bit. Right click here, new null object, and I will move it here, and then I will select all the layers except the background and the audio file, and then parent them to the null object. Now hit S in the keyboard to reveal the scale and set to keyframe, and then let's see, new layer. So new layer, and I will move the in position here. The out position will be like this, and now we will make it bigger, something like this, and with shift key pressed, hit P to reveal the position and set keyframe here, move it here, and then I will adjust the position of the null object to make it to the center. You can activate the title action save, something like this. So let's check the animation now. Of course, we need to activate the motion blur for all the layers. This is our first example, so let's move to another one. Next example is this.
I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless.
We need to write the text, and I will try to make something similar. Let's begin with the text, and I will hit on the T and write empty, and then Ctrl D. I will change the color to see it better. Hit OK, and then I will scale it up. Now let's draw these lines, and for this I will click on the pen tool and with shift key pressed draw a line, and change the fill to none, and the stroke like this, maybe 3 pixel. Ctrl D to duplicate it. Let's move it with the keyboard. Okay, again I will select both layers, Ctrl D, and I will move them here. Again, you can change the color, and maybe let's change the path. Select the path, and I will move it here. Same thing for this layer. I will select all the text layer and change it to white. I will right click here, new solid, and let's choose this color, put it here. Let's add this flickering background like this, and right click, new solid, hit OK, and let's choose fractal noise, and I will change some settings here, maybe this one to 90, and the brightness to something like this. Open the transform and scale it down, maybe 14, and then let's open the evolution option, and with alt key pressed click on the random seed, and we will write an expression, time times 150.
I said empty your mind.
If you want to make it slower, we can set it to 50.
I said empty.
Let's try 10.
I said empty your mind. I said empty.
Yeah, maybe like this. And then I will change it to screen and I will put it here.
I said empty your mind.
Now let's animate the text. I will hit LL to reveal the waveform, and here we will start our layer. So let's animate the UR. I will add a marker here. This is the out point and it will start animating from here. Now open the layer and click on the animate, choose position, and then let's open the run selection and set a keyframe here to 0 and here to 100. Now in the position we need to move it to something like 100 and it will move like this. Select both keyframes, easy ease.
I said empty your mind.
Now we need to add another, add propriety and opacity and set it to 0.
I said empty your mind.
Now it will be like this. I will solo only these layers.
I said empty your mind.
Now maybe I will reduce the transparency for this flickering effect, maybe 30. Now we have the lines, they end here. I will set a marker here and then here. Select this line and then I will add a trim path and set a keyframe here and the second one, set the end and go to the first marker and set it to 0. It will be like this, and same thing to this layer. I will add a trim paths, set a keyframe there and then 0.
I said empty your mind.
You can flip the animation by going to shape path 1 and just click reverse path direction on.
I said empty your mind. Before.
Now let's animate the second lines and I will solo this layer. Now I will select them again, add trim path 100, and then in this position I will set it to 0 so it will disappear, but we need to reverse the path of course like this, and I will do the same thing for this line. Again, add trim path, set a keyframe here and then go here and set it to 0. Now they will appear again here, so simply you need to copy this point here, this keyframe here, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and hit U to reveal the keyframes. Again, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and it will be like this. We can set it to easy ease, select them all, F9, B, it just appear like here, and formless, same thing. Let's check. I will change the colors to white.
I said empty your mind. Be formless.
Again, I will take the out point to save the time. So out is here, in point is here, and now I will open add animate and scale. Open the run selector and set the offset 0, and then here 100. Now for the scale we need to change it to 0. Now let's animate the mind. Open the layer and add enable pre-character 3D, and then I will add scale and position. Now let's open the run selector, and at this point I will set the offset to 100, and here set it to 0. Now let's set the scale to 0 and the position 1500, and then maybe this one minus 30, and let's check.
I said empty your mind.
Hit E in the keyboard to go to the endpoint, and I will select both lines and I will crop them here, and now formless, it needs to go down. Again I will add endpoint out and select the word formless. Hit P in the keyboard to reveal the position, and we will go here, set a keyframe, and then here I will move it down and maybe speed it up. Again F9. So shapeless, shape. Right click new null object and select all the text layers with shape layers except the background, and parent them to the null object. I will activate the motion blur for all the layers, and then hit P in the keyboard, set to keyframe, and then let's move them to the left like this. And F9. So let's check our animation.
I said empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless.
Let's do this example now. I will write now. And then I will draw these lines. I will remove the fill and add stroke 4. Ctrl D, hit S on the keyboard, open this constraint proportion and set it to -100. It will be here. I will bring my background and put it down. I need to add this blue C and set it like this, set it to blue, and we need to put this layer on top to reflect on all the text, like to get some texture here. I will start these layers from this part. Let's change the circles to white, and then we have these lines, they start from here. I will add a marker to here. Let's add a trim path, and I will click on the stopwatch in the end and go to the beginning, set it to 0, select the trim path, Ctrl C, and select the second layer, Ctrl V. You will get the same trim path. Okay, so now it's fine. Again, I will go to the original video and can start from there. Flow. So this is in, out, and I will choose the flow. Open the layer, click on animate, scale, set the scale to 0, open the run selector, set the offset to 0 here, move it here, and then set the offset to 100. Now let's try it. Okay, I'll change the water and can white color. Yeah, I need to add the fill and set it to blue color, and it appear here, position, and it end here. So I will set the keyframe there, and here I will move it down. Again, easy ease, F9, and let's see the result.
The water can flow, or it can...
I will not make the same text and the same combination, but I will duplicate this layer just to show you how to make this rotation. Okay, so I will select all the layers except these two layers. Okay, we will lock them. Select all the layers and Ctrl D. I will move them here, and I will change the color to orange maybe. Now let's hide them. And right click here, new, null object, and this one we'll put it here, and then select all the layers, parent them to the null, and let's see, it will start from here. I will set a keyframe on the rotation in the null object, and then here. Okay, so they will start like this, and then we will make a rotation like this. The water should be gone, so I will remove the water here. And of course we will activate the motion blur, hit F9.
The water can flow, or it can...
All we have to do is to unhide these layers and parent them to the null. And I will remove this layer. Again, I will activate the motion blur.
The water can flow, or it can crash.
So you got the idea. I will just change the color so you can see the difference.
The water can flow, or it can crash.
So that's it. I hope this was useful for you. If you need more examples on kinetic typography, please let me know in the comments below, and I will make more tutorials. Also, I'm sorry this tutorial was very long maybe, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. See you in another After Effects tutorial.